What's up, guys? I'm J-Dubb, and today I have something really awesome to show you. You've already seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title, you know what it is, but I'm really excited to show you this thing. This has probably been the best thing me and my wife have ever picked up, and we use it all the time, and I'll kind of show you where it lives. So here's my wife's Jeep, if you don't know, and here we go. I left my radio on in the back. So what I want to show you is this big guy back here. So I'm going to start getting some stuff out of the Jeep, and I want to show you this awesome cooler. This thing has been a lifesaver. We used to do a lot of camping. We go on a lot of road trips. We do a lot of fishing, and we had to buy ice every time. And I don't know, guys, if you know this gets expensive. About every 3 days, you know, even using my Yeti coolers, I was having to buy ice, which got real expensive. $3-4 a bag around here. I mean, real expensive ice. So we picked up that awesome little cooler right there, and that thing has been a lifesaver. So let's get some of this stuff out of here. Our SOE medical bag that we'll just leave right there. So guys, this is it. This is the Vector little ice box, and this thing is awesome. Cool part about it, I mean, you can look. Let's see, I believe it's -4 as low as it'll go. I just filled this thing up with drinks, so it's a little warm right now. Yeah, -4 is as low as it'll go. Guys, I won't lie to you, it will keep ice cream for days. Trust me, I know. We went from Virginia to Florida with frozen milk for my daughter. My wife produces my child's milk, and we had some frozen. I dropped this thing down as low as it would go, ran it off of that jackery in the bed of my dad's truck when we went, which was just an F-150 with a regular cap, like a regular cover on it. We got all the way to Florida. It was about 16-hour trip. Still had frozen milk. The water bottles we'd put in there that were not frozen were frozen rock solid by the time we got there. So awesome little cooler. And it's not really big. You can see this is in the back of a Jeep Wrangler, and it takes up a good bit of room, but not terrible. The front side of this is an air intake. The side over here is kind of an air intake. This is more of like for radiant heat. The back is the only spot that blows heat out. Now when you look at the Wrangler, how it's designed, you see how it's got this little gap here. This works perfect for this thing to suck all the cold air. You know, all your cool air right here can come in, and it can kind of come out right here. You feel a little bit right here, but most of your air is blown out at the back there, which just works, I mean, amazingly. This has been running back here for about an hour, and yeah, we're still at 100%. A lot of times when we're doing these, you know, I'm doing this, especially if we're going on a long trip, that jacker will run it for days. No issues at all. But a lot of times, I just plug it into the power outlet here. You know, power outlet straight to the jackery. The Jeep will charge it at a much faster rate than that'll pull it down. This thing runs great. I will say this isn't the most accurate temperature gauge. 37 seems to do pretty good for not freezing everything inside of it. This is it kind of compared to my hand. You can see it. All right, so let me get y'all drug out a little bit and get this thing opened up and kind of show you, you know, how many drinks you can expect to hold. It doesn't hold a ton, but it holds a fair amount. I don't see any issues with this. The way we do it is we'll load it up with drinks. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you can hold 15 cans all together, no issues at all with that. Or you can do like we did, 3 water bottles deep all the way across. So that would be, you know, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14, 15 water bottles again. If you look on this edge here, this is the only low spot. And the way it lines up, if you have your water bottles kicked to the back, this edge will hit your water bottles and it won't seal. So shove all your water bottles up and you're good to go. So guys, as I'm sitting here editing this video for you, I thought of another good use for this thing, and I don't know why I haven't done it with this, but it's be a good setup. Look at this. So, like I said, we're editing the video up, and hold on, look at this. I got dinner cooking. House smells great. But another awesome use for this thing is going to be simply, let's say you have like our Radio Shack out there. If you watch our stuff, our ham radio stuff, then you'll see that we have a little shack out there that has, you know, radio stuff in it. Easy place to store this. Let's set it out there, put some drinks in it. Man, when you're out there cutting grass, or you're out in the Radio Shack, or you're out doing something, bam, you've got cold drinks always out there. If the building were to lose power, you're not out anything. The drinks are just going to get hot. Okay, well, whatever. So stuff like that, it works really, really good for. Long-term power usage, I mean, yeah. Would I trust it to keep meat for months and months or weeks or anything like that, like as a deep freezer? Probably not a deep freezer, but I would trust it to keep my meat for a couple days. No issues. Like I said, it holds temperature really well. Let's let y'all get back to the rest of the video. Something kind of weird about how they designed this, and I understand why they did it. I wish they would have put another ring in there, but it probably would have brought the price up. Guys, this thing is cheap. I think we paid like 65, 70 bucks. I'll have a link to it in my Amazon store if you want to check it out. Once again, you know, that does help us out. It does, you know, we get a small commission from it. Doesn't cost you a dime. It actually steals a little bit of money from Amazon. So you're taking a little bit of money from them, and you're helping us out, helping us fund these type of videos. If you look right here, I think you can see it. I'm gonna zoom you in. Yeah, look at that. See that ice ring built up? So this ring goes all the way around at that level. So this is where your cooling begins. So your cooling starts here, and it's a, you know, you can clear day see it right there. All your cold air is going to fall, your hot air is going to rise. So right now, the bottom of this does stay a little colder than the top end. That's like any fridge, anything like that, it's going to work in that same perspective. But I don't know, I wish they'd have put another ring down low just to kind of help even the temperature out. It is nice how they did it, but you know, it could have been done a little bit better. So another thing I want to bring up is how long does it take to go from, like, I don't know, let's say 70 degrees down to about 38. It's gonna be about an hour and 30 minutes, somewhere in there, depending on how hot the stuff is you put in there. If you put room temperature drinks in there, well, now you have more stuff to cool down. The best way to go about this would be to take all your drinks the night before and put them in your regular refrigerator and then load them up. Or the way we do it, just load the fridge up, plug it into your house, and let it start cooling down. That way when you're ready to go on your trip the next morning, hey, you're good, you're ready. Everything's already at temperature. You literally unplug it from your house, plug it into your jackery, and hit the road. So that works pretty well. I haven't actually tested how long it takes to go from, you know, room temperature to, you know, -4, but I have done from, you know, like 38 to -4. It took about 2 hours. So it really isn't that bad, and it, you know, it works pretty well, and it works really fast. So another thumbs up right there. I like the smallness of this one. Would I have got a bigger one? Maybe, but for the Jeep, this works great. When we were going to Florida and we had, you know, a full-size pickup truck, an F-150, had the whole bed that we could use, a bigger one would have been nice. Listen to this. Listen how quiet it is, too. Not loud at all. When we're out here, you know, when we got it in a vehicle like this, you don't hear it. You don't really even know it's running. Every once in a while you'll hear it, but it is super convenient. Another cool thing about this is it has an app. You've got Josh's fridge. You can control, you know, your units. You can control, you know, your temperature. Let me find it right here. So if I want to drop the temperature down, I can. Keep it around that. You heard it beep just now. It's all Bluetooth. Let's see, can you see it? We'll drop the temperature down to 2 degrees. Run it back up to 61. And you hear it just cut off. Right now it's trying to, let's see, put you back at about 37, 38. And that now is the temperature it's going to try to run to. If you look at this, it's being powered off this, you know, just a basic 12-volt outlet. It does come with another power supply that'll plug it into wall. Running right now, full power, trying to cool itself down, 26, 23, 27 watts. Not bad at all, guys. This, like I said, this thing is not a power hungry unit. On this, at this rate right now, if it was to run all the time, trying to stay cold. 49 hours? I don't know about you guys, but 49 hours is a long time. So I really like that. I like the fact it's not a power hungry unit. I mean, you could plug it straight into the vehicle. The nice thing about the Jackery is it does give you kind of a power bank. So let's say you're going out to eat somewhere and you want to leave this in the back. You stop by the store and you got groceries. And well, you want that thing to stay running while you're in there, but you don't want to kill your battery of your vehicle. Where you would have the vehicle, have it plugged into the vehicle, you would just unplug it, or you could unplug it here. Now the battery is no longer charging off the vehicle, but this is keeping this running, and you have 49 hours till you need to get back to it. So if you were staying at a hotel and didn't want to bring this in, even when we go to hotels, we bring it in. And actually, so when we go on vacation or something, we just take the power cord with us. It's a simple, you know, plug. It plugs in. This plugs into your wall outlet, and it puts out about, you know, 12, 14 volts. Right now you see it is running on 12. When it's running on this one, it says 14. So it can handle 14 volts. Can it handle 24? I don't know. I honestly don't. I looked everywhere in the owner's manual. Couldn't find where it said if it could handle 24. So, you know, use at your own risk on that. But I'm going to say most of y'all have 12 volt system. Guys, this thing has been great. Another nice thing about it is when you're going camping, hey, set that thing out, set that on on the solar panel. You know, you got a 100-watt solar panel, you're good. This thing's going to run, I mean, indefinitely. As long as you have sunlight, this is really nice little setup. Like I said, not super big, not power hungry, and for a good price. If you're wondering about longevity and how well is this thing going to hold up, I don't know. How well does it hold up? I don't know. We've had this thing for about 8 months now, and I really wanted to test it out. It's rode in the back of our vehicles. It has rode on my boat. It has rode in the bed of my truck in dusty environments. It has sit in our house, in our kitchen. The longest it's ever been without power was a week, and you know, the 8 months that we've owned it, and it's held up great. No issues. It still cools just fine. It hasn't gotten any louder. Nothing weird has happened with it. So right now has my seal of approval. I really like it, and I thought about getting another one. I might step up to a little bit bigger one though. For the Jeep, would I want a bigger one? Not necessarily. I really like that size for the Jeep. Kind of holds everything I needed to hold. If you were getting like a big tub of ice cream or something, would it fit? Like the big gallon one actually does fit inside there. You probably get 2 of them in there. That's about it though. You're going to use up all your space pretty quickly for something like that. But I mean, like we go to the store and get meat or something, you know, it's an hour and a half away from us to go get meat at Sam's or BJ's. So this is nice to be able to throw meat in there and come back home with it. Don't have to worry about it spoiling. You know, it'll keep for a while, not indefinitely, but it'll keep. The temperature side of it seems to be fairly accurate. When it's on about 33 to 34, stuff inside of it does start freezing, stuff like that. So it's not perfect. It's not the most accurate system, but I really like it. I really like it with this Jackery 1500. Once again, you can find that one in our Amazon store too. That they have an awesome deal on that right now. That thing is $600. That's normally a $1,500 unit, and they've got it down to $600 now. So you got to get the refurbished one, but the refurbished one has new battery, new everything in it, and the refurbished comes with Jackery's warranty. When we got that one of the power charging cable that plugs into the Jeep didn't work. Could not get it to work. Couldn't figure it out. Finally figured out, cut it open, and it had a broken solder joint in it. Resoldered it. Now it works fine. But called Jackery up and told them when we bought it, they sent me a brand new one out, no charge, right to me. So good on Jackery. Great customer service. Guys, I want to give you a final look at this thing and just show you this. Your uses for it are unlimited: camping, you know, travel, stuff like that. It is really good. Even like grid down situation, you need power and you need it now, that thing's going to work great for you. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead, hit that like button for me, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and like always, take someone outdoors.